olor-Logic is a new colour communication system for decorative effects substrates, inks and coatings. Graphic designers would use the olor-Logic system by approaching one of our licensed printers. The printer has printed the colour charts off the press, and they provide those along with the olor-Logic Design Suite CD, which contains colour palettes and plugins, to those designers. The designer now has a colour-accurate colour chart to choose colours from, and a quick and simple way of integrating effects using our intuitive colour palettes and plugins. Using the olor-Logic system, graphic designers can now integrate sparkling dimensional effects with inside their artwork using only 5 colours, which is a CMYK ink set and 1 spot colour. No post-finishing techniques are used to create all the dynamic effects with our system. The olor-Logic system can produce real eye-catching effects, but how do you see those effects without having to go onto the press? This is a problem that's often come up with our graphic designers that we work with. So what we've done is develop a 3D visualization software called FX Viewer. This allows the designer to be able to take their PDF file using the proprietary file format for olor-Logic and import it into a 3D environment, so you can actually see the effects on foil or with metallic ink printing on the screen, which means you're reducing the iterative steps of going from proof to press. In this demonstration, we're going to be using Adobe Illustrator and Photoshop to create a large format poster design that can be printed on the HP Scitex SB500 or 700, or any device in the Scitex range that has the white ink and can print on top of a metallic substrate. So what we're going to do first of all, let's go into Photoshop and we'll work on the Photoshop image. So the background image is this image of the card thrower. It's an image by Greg Horn, who's the illustrator for Marvel Comics. All we're going to do here is we're going to simply make it metallic. All we have to do, click on the plugin. I'm going to use the English version because my Photoshop is English. That has now generated a metallic separation. It's where the metallic effect will be seen on the design. We never ever have to make a white ink mask. This makes our designing extremely simple and extremely quick. So it's pre-calculated all the effect based on different parameters and color values for that image. Now all we have to do is go through and make some selections. Let's have a look. I'll add these in there, make a selection. Unfortunately, we can't do the masking for you, but the idea is you want to get contrast on your design. So I'm just going to delete some of the areas off. So when I've deleted it, I'm getting rid of the metallic effect in those areas. So the metallic effect is only going to appear in the background. The foreground elements, like the person, the cards, the dice, and the poker chips, will be in CMYK, and that will give us a more realistic image. All we have to do now is save our file. So I'm going to save that as a TIFF. Make sure you have the spot color selected. Let's save that. And we can close that down now. Let's go back into Illustrator. I'm now going to select my image, and from my links I'm going to replace the existing image, which was just CMYK. Let me just show you that. There's no metallic there at the moment at all. So replace the image. And let's find the folder. Photoshop image, card thrower.tiff. It's now brought that image in. So what you're seeing now, the silver will be the silver substrate, and any white areas would be the white ink, although you've never had to make a white mask. The reason being is we design where you want to see the effect, not where you don't, which is what you would normally do with a white ink. So let's add some more design to this. So we have a black stroke or a key line that goes around the picture. Let's colour that up silver. So we have the olor-Logic silver colour that's already been imported, so I click on silver. It's now going to have silver frame. The white is going to be white ink. As I keep stressing, we never make a white separation. It's all done automatically as you're designing. Next, let's add some colour. So the top coloured panel here, the black one, let's make it a different colour. We're going to do this using the graphic style library for olor-Logic. I'm going to open that up, choose a colour. In this instance, let's use a purple. It's number 157. So you'd have looked through your swatch book, you'd choose the colour and apply it. If you want to make a dimensional effect colour, a dimensional effect colour is basically where light will play off the metallic but not off the process. And it'll be easy to show you in the 3D software a little bit later, but for now, if the colour in the background is number 157, then the effect within there needs to be 157 dimensional effect. Okay, so now down at the bottom, let's take a look at this little triangle. We also have an action set. It's a script for making things metallic as well. So although we have 250 colours in our range, you can make other colours metallic on your design. So this is just a standard green colour. It's not actually specified from our swatch book, but it doesn't mean we can't make it metallic. All we do is select the green background, click play, and it's going to go through and make that metallic. Now notice how that I have not made the letters metallic. I want the letters all to be CMYK. So automatically that white area will be white ink, and you never made the white mask. Let's zoom out and zoom in on this world. Metallic gradations, blue to a lighter blue. All we have to do is select the element, play the script, it makes it metallic. And the same with all these little gold areas. Let's go through and make these arrows. Now I'm not going to make everything metallic. This is the other thing, is have contrast. If you have different areas in metallic to process, you're going to have some contrast and some dimension to your file, where metallic will become brighter than the 4-color process. So that's it. We've quickly and easily gone through, added our metallic effects, and generated the olor-Logic separation. Now what happens is when we process this file on the RIP needs to invert the olor-Logic separation. So it changes this silver separation, turns it inside out, and prints it with a white ink. Now let's just show you how that works. So I'm going to save this file as a PDF. Let's go into our PDF folder. I'm just going to do this at a normal press quality. Before I go onto the machine, I don't want to be interrupting the machine if it's been running productions. I want to know I've got my job right before I get onto the press, which means you're not wasting substrates, you're not wasting inks, you're not wasting press time, which means if you can maximize the uptime on your press, you're going to be more profitable. And you're going to minimize the downtime in the studio because you're going to get your job right first time. So we've saved that PDF file. The next step is to drag the PDF file into what we call the FX viewer. The FX viewer is a 3D virtual environment. It's the olor-Logic 3D software. Let me just show you what it's called. There we go, the FX viewer. So this is a virtual room, and we can go all the way around if you want, but we've got light sources coming in from different directions that's going to reflect off your print. Now on the Scitex devices, we will be printing on a metallic substrate with a white ink. So we need to go to the view menu, we need to visualize printing on foil, and it will automatically visualize our file printing on a foil substrate with white ink. And that's all there is to it. A quick, simple and logical way to be able to make your design quickly and easily, fully automated, accurate, and then visualize it in the 3D software to make sure you've got your job right. You can then send the file to print.